1998's Ring is a seminal horror film. It is truly must-see. It started off a J-horror boom that saw a lot of great films get foreign distribution and also saw them get remade into English versions. In this video, we will take a look at changes made between the original novel and this film, as well as the subsequent American remake. We have a novel adapted into a film, and a remake based on the film rather than the novel. I hope there are some things you don't already know here. Let's take a look. Ring, written by Koji Suzuki, published in 1991. Number 1, it is a science fiction murder mystery. Number 2, the main character is a male newspaper reporter. Number 3, he is married with an infant daughter. Number 4, his teenage niece died in a bizarre manner. Number 5, 3 other teens who knew her die in a similar way. Number 6, he starts a personal investigation into the deaths. Number 7, he traces their movements back to a cabin. Number 8, he finds an unmarked videotape with a disturbing video. Number 9, he learns he is cursed and has 1 week to live. Number 10, the charm to break the curse is missing from the tape. Number 11, he gets an old high school friend, now a professor, to help. Number 12, he makes a copy of the tape and his friend watches it. Number 13, his wife and daughter view the tape and are also cursed. Number 14, he and his friend learn about who made the tape. Number 15, he somehow survives, but his friend dies to the curse. Number 16, knowing how to lift the curse, he races to save his family. Ring, directed by Hideo Nakata, released in 1998. Number 1, it is a supernatural horror. Number 2, the main character is a female investigative journalist. Number 3, she is divorced with an elementary school-aged son. Number 4, her teenage niece dies in a bizarre manner. Number 5, 3 other teens who knew her died at the same time. Number 6, she is investigating an urban legend linked with these deaths. Number 7, she traces their movements back to a cabin. Number 8, she finds an unmarked videotape with a disturbing video. Number 9, she learns she is cursed and has 1 week to live. Number 10, she gets help from her ex-husband. Number 11, they make a copy of the tape and he watches it. Number 12, her son also watches the video and is cursed. Number 13, she and her ex-husband learn who made the tape. Number 14, she survives the curse but her ex-husband dies. Number 15, knowing how to lift the curse, she races to save her son. There is no hint that a trick to lift the curse was ever recorded. The Ring, directed by Gore Verbinski, released in 2002. Number 1, it is a supernatural horror. Number 2, the main character is a female journalist. Number 3, she has an elementary school-aged son with an ex-boyfriend. Number 4, her teenage niece dies in a bizarre manner. Number 5, her niece's friends died at the same time in bizarre ways. Number 6, her sister asks her to investigate the incident. Number 7, she traces their movements back to a cabin. Number 8, she finds an unmarked videotape with a disturbing video. Number 9, she learns she is cursed and has 1 week to live. Number 10, she gets help from her ex-boyfriend. Number 11, they make a copy of the tape and he watches it. Number 12, her son also watched the tape and is cursed. Number 13, she and her ex-boyfriend learn who made the tape. Number 14, she survives the curse, but her ex-boyfriend dies. Number 15, knowing how to lift the curse, she plans to save her son. As with the previous film, there is no hint that a trick to lift the curse was ever recorded. Let's look at the main character. In the book, the main character is a man, Kazuyuki Asakawa, a journalist working for a newspaper. When his niece and her friends die mysteriously, he embarks on a personal investigation to find out why. He has a wife and an infant daughter. In the 1998 film, we have a double gender swap. The main character is a woman, Reiko Asakawa, also a journalist. She is investigating an urban legend about a cursed videotape. When her niece dies mysteriously along with several friends, Reiko makes the investigation personal. She is divorced, with her previous marriage resulting in an elementary school-aged son. Both the main character and the child have been gender swapped from the novel. The American remake in 2002 follows the gender assignments of the 1998 film. The main character is a journalist named Rachel. When Rachel's niece and some friends die mysteriously, Rachel's sister asks her to find out why. Rachel has an elementary school-aged son, but was never married to the father. Why the gender swap? This is just my opinion. Having a female protagonist in the 1998 film makes the audience more afraid of her safety. It changes the stakes, as a mother trying to save her child resonates differently with the viewer. Additionally, since the antagonist is female, there is more of a connection between the hero and villain. The 2002 version is a remake of the 1998 film and carries over the swap. What about the child? This is just my opinion. In the book, the wife and infant daughter are barely present. They have no real agency and serve only as stakes for the protagonist. Aging up the child to elementary school gives the child more agency. The child can contribute more to the story, and the audience can come to like the child and fear for the child's safety. Since the main character is estranged from the child's father, making the child a boy emphasizes the absent father-son relationship. How about the absent father? This is just my opinion. In the book, the wife has no agency. She barely appears and serves only as part of the stakes for the main character. In the 1998 film, the main character enlists aid from her ex-husband. Their relationship is very cordial, even though he has no real presence in his son's life. In Japan at the time the film was made, only one parent usually gained sole custody. The other parent sometimes disappeared entirely from the child's life. The depiction in the 1998 film is a little ideal, but maybe Japanese audiences were unfamiliar with divorce on the whole. In Japan in 1998, there were 1.94 divorces per 1,000 of the population. In the USA in 1998, there were 12.9 divorces per 1,000 of the population. Showing that the couple is no longer together adds some sympathy to the struggles of the mother. In the Japanese film, having a working mother who is attentive to her son and on good terms with her ex-husband makes her very idealized and appealing to the audience. Having the ex-husband ready and willing to assist in saving his son makes him idealized as well and appealing to the audience. There are no signs of reconciliation in the Japanese film. The family unit does not get especially closer as events unfold. In the 2002 film, the main character places her job over her son, and they do not have a good relationship. The son calls her Rachel instead of Mom. But we know that he will call her Mom by the end of the film. Part of the drama will involve rebuilding their relationship. Rachel was never married and enlists the aid of her ex-boyfriend and father of her son. He has no presence in the boy's life, but the boy is aware of who he is. This depiction of a broken family unit is more familiar and realistic to a Western audience. There are signs of the father starting to care more about his son, and the couple reconciling. This adds emotionally to what happens to the father later. How do people die? You watch the video and die 7 days later. If you make a copy of the video and show someone, the curse passes to them and you survive. In the book, you are shown your future as you age and decay and die from terror. In the 1998 film, you also die from terror. In that film, a ghostly entity from images on the video appears before you and wills your death. In the book, you die after seeing yourself in some reflective surface. It might be a television screen, a mirror, or the inside of the faceplate of a motorcycle helmet. In the 1998 film, one character dies from imagery emerging from a television, but there are people who die without a television present. This became very iconic. But the curse, while being delivered by a videotape, does not need a television to kill those cursed. In the 2002 film, the director leaned hard into the television concept. In the stills above, you can see how a face distorted by terror was changed into a face distorted impossibly by some unknown force. This was done because the filmmakers wanted to wow audiences, and also because they didn't understand the source material. People say of the niece in all versions that doctors can't understand why she died. She was perfectly healthy. There was nothing wrong with her. She just died from fear. But look at her face. I think the concept in the 2002 film was to have the dead person's face replicate the distortions we see in photos taken of cursed people. Those who have seen the videotape and have 7 days to live appear disfigured in photos and recordings. This is close to how the niece's face looks, and very much like how the ex-boyfriend's face winds up. It is obvious that these people did not just die of fright. The 2002 film went for the wow factor pretty hard here. Now, let's take a look at the bad guy. In the novel, we learn of a young woman named Sadako. She was born on a remote island to a mother with psychic abilities. Sadako also manifested terrifying psychic powers as a child. The 1998 film follows this story. Sadako was born on a remote island to a mother with psychic abilities and manifested terrifying psychic abilities as a child. In the 2002 film, there was a child named Samara. She grew up on a remote island but was not born there. She was adopted after being born under mysterious circumstances. We don't learn who her birth mother was, but she has powers as well. In the book, our duo of investigators uncovers a lot of details about Sadako's sad life, leading up to her death when she was in her 20s. This includes her time as part of a drama club in university. The 1998 film uncovers the bare minimum of her early childhood and her death without specific detail. There is no mention of her university years. The 2002 film reveals the fact of her adoption, the mystery of her true parentage without any answers, incidents from her childhood leading up to her death as a child. In essence, the version of Sadako in the novel is a very tragic character, and the videotape is the culmination of her sorrow and frustration at the unfairness of her life. The 1998 film version of Sadako is not explored, but the investigative duo can feel a certain loneliness and sadness about her existence. The videotape is an anguished cry against the tragedy of her life. In the 2002 film, Samara is just born evil. There is nothing sad about her situation other than that she was young when she died. Boring! One more thing from the books not mentioned in either the 1998 film or the 2002 version. Sadako is transgender. This condition contributes to Sadako's feelings of isolation and frustration. She feels that she can never find love. She feels that she will always be alone. The 1998 version skips this revelation. The 2002 film ignores it altogether. Let's look at the books. We have Ring in 1991, Spiral in 1995, Loop in 1998, and Birthday in 1999. If you are interested in reading the novels, the main ones are the 4 written in the 1990s. There are 2 other ones written in the 2010s if you want to be a completionist. The films are based on concepts introduced in Ring, but scale back the science fiction. There is a second film directly related to 1998's Ring and released at the same time, based on events in Spiral, called Spiral as well, but it was not well received. Now let's check the Japanese films. We have Ring in 1998, and also Spiral in 1998, not well received, but you might be interested in checking it out. And finally, Ring Zero Birthday, released in 2000. If you want to watch a great horror film and also want to learn more about Sadako, watch 1998's Ring and Ring Zero Birthday from 2000. Ring Zero Birthday is based on a short story called Lemon Heart from Birthday. It fills in a lot about Sadako's university life and shows a version of her death. Now for the remake. The Ring, 2002. The Ring from 2002 is a very good horror film, but it tries to up the wow factor by making some things bigger, louder, or more explicit. The Sadako stand-in, Samara, is underdeveloped and lacks the nuance seen in the character she is based on. Sadako is a far more sympathetic antagonist. You want to learn more about her and really feel bad for what she has gone through. Now, here is a bonus. The Ring, 1995. Prior to the 1998 version, Ring was made into a TV movie. This version follows the novel more closely, with a male protagonist investigating the videotape with his old friend in the hopes of saving his own life and the life of his wife. It is currently on YouTube from someone's home VHS copy with TV commercials and all. Thanks for watching. See you next time!